Did you go, Taylor?
Yep. Sarah, do you want to kick off the recording? Perfect. I'll get us started. So, welcome everyone to our weekly discovery session. This is session number 27. Today is September 5th, and I will pass everything over to Al so he can give us updates on the project.
All right, thank you. So Sprint 14 ends today. Um, that's development sprint, more or less. We have several things in build. One of those is in customer intake. The second part of that is service templates and collections, getting that going. UI standardization, we have a little bit more we have done on that. Not a whole lot left on that. We have tested the UAT environment. I'm still continuing to test that a little bit. So that's in preparation for getting all your folks into that. We hope that that'll be next week. We'll give you a heads up. We'll give you a guide. We'll give you some instruction on what that means. We did a lot of data migration work. That's still going on, and we'll have to do that again. But we're trying to stage the data from the IWDS platform into into an environment we can use to get that into our database structure. And so that's going on also. We're continuing in discovery, as you all know, customer intake, the applications piece. We're doing case management, universal career plan and assessments. And then started the expand, exit, and follow up in the measurable skills gained area. It's been started. The ETPL screening got signed off, pre-screening, so that will be built this next sprint. And then some federal reporting is going on also with the Pearl. So there's a lot of discovery going on right now. And we're going to spin up some new stuff also while this is going on. So a lot of parallel work in discovery. And so you'll be seeing quite a bit of that in these sessions. Okay.
Perfect. And we'll move right on to today's working session, which is still you, Al. So I'll stop
Oh,
sharing my
wow.
screen and
So I'm the only one, huh? Okay. So pull up my um let me pull up the document type. I just want to talk through that with everyone to make sure um we've got we've exhausted all your input into that. Let me see here. Discovery and documentation, resources, doc types. Okay, let me pull that up. Let's see if there's any discussion we need here on this. Let me share. This. Is that showing up? Well, how about that? Is that showing up?
yep, we can see your screen.
Okay, good. All right. So in here, what we had asked is for you to select a few of these areas. One is this area. It doesn't look like too many people have put anything in the subject area. We can work on that for you, I guess. We have some here in required or not, if we need that going forward or not. And we have a few comments. So let's look at this. I'll look at the ones because I think these comments would have been ones where people said, well, wait a minute. I don't know if I agree with that. So someone put a no in the letter from Veterans Administration, a letter from Veteran Administration. Someone else said, not sure if I can see who did this, but this is used in line 408. What can somebody comment on this? Not sure if I can see who made that comment. Does anybody know who put this right here in?
Yeah. I initially was going to say maybe they're referring to like an item on your list, but 408 rows, I don't think you have 408 rows. At first,
Uh,
I thought it said 40 at first. I'm like, oh, maybe it's like oh, we can also use a form of documentation that you have on the list further down. That's what I was thinking, but maybe there is a 408.
I think
Oh,
there
I
is.
guess there is. Okay. That's what I'm
Okay,
guessing.
you
Oh,
got it.
there it is.
This is it right here.
Oh,
So,
okay. So maybe that's why they just
all
figured.
right. So this looks like we can use this particular doc type instead of this one. So I think they're not necessarily disagreeing. They're actually probably saying that's fine. Use 408.
Okay.
In fact, whoever put this in probably said, hey, go ahead and use
I
408.
forgot
Okay,
there were
good.
that many lines. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
there is. Okay.
I mean, that's good
So,
because now we mystery solved.
yeah,
Um,
thank you. Thank you for figuring that out real
I
quick.
was just thinking, I'm like, oh, maybe it's something else. There's no way there's 408. I'm like, oh, actually, there's a lot
This
of
should, okay, so here's one. This should be yes for selective service verification if they have not registered for some reason by age 26 to be granted a locally approved waiver. So acknowledgement letter. It's not very specific on acknowledgement letter. So I'm not sure if we have anything on selective service verification.
Is that an acknowledgement letter could be like called a status letter? I don't know if that's the same thing, like that's acknowledging either they did or did not register. I'm
Yeah.
not sure that might be the same thing.
That was one of the things we were, I can't remember if one of my colleagues here was I gave them the
Go down
login
here and see
and
if
told
there's
them to, they can go ahead and make comments, but maybe they didn't do it in the saved version. I might have like downloaded this. We did on ours, but yeah, I was gonna
so
say,
we have some selective service stuff here. Here's
Well,
a
I think
selective.
it's usually called like a status letter. I think that's the official name on the actual
it,
letter. I can't remember.
it is, yeah,
Okay, because it's saying like, yes, you were supposed to register and you didn't, and then you could do these things, or
right.
no, you didn't have to register. So they do give a letter. I think that that's what that acknowledgement thing might have been.
Okay,
That's
so this is assumed.
that's what I'm thinking, unless it's
This could be
unless
then this.
acknowledgement
So
from a
this is in
different
reference to
agency. I don't know.
selective service. So
Yeah, it's called the selective service status letter.
Yeah,
okay.
boy,
Selective
it's
service.
I was gonna say, or Laura, or Don, or
So
Paul.
this is probably yes.
Yeah, I think so. I was
Yes.
saying if somebody from DCO is on the call, they might remember like if it's acknowledgement from something else. I don't know, maybe from the INS or something, because it's related to the alien registration numbers. But yeah, I think it had to do with selective.
I might have put that comment in. I might have misspoke. I think it's a status letter is required. The acknowledgement letter is actually when you go, like right now, currently in IWDS, you can click on verify and then it takes you to the selective service website. And when you put in the information and it spits out the status letter, that whole like, and then you can print the form, and so then it has the selective service card on the bottom, but at the top, it's got all the verbiage and address and all that stuff in there. But on it, it says it's the acknowledgement letter, but it's also the card.
Well, could we have a selective service card down here?
I see. So maybe it's like an acknowledgement that they did, like maybe it's two different purposes. Like the
So
acknowledgement letter,
we have all this for selective service.
maybe the acknowledgement letter is acknowledging that that the person did comply and did register when they were supposed to, but they've just lost their card. Is that?
No, it's on the same thing. So when you go to verify it and you put in your social and the birth date and their name, and it says, hey, here's their social selective service number, right? Then you
Oh,
can print the document. So when you
can
click
print the
on the
card
print
on the same
document,
screen.
it shows you the selective service card. And the verbiage, like there's a couple paragraphs above it. And in it, it says it's the acknowledgement letter. So it's the card and the acknowledgement letter. So it's like 2-in-1 for some reason.
It did come from someplace. Okay. Or it combines them. Oh man. Okay.
So we don't, so why do we not need this here then? This card.
Well, you would need the selective service card. I mean, the card, if they like printed it and they cut out the card, right, to put in their billfold, then they
Yes.
won't have the acknowledgement letter part of that document, if that makes sense.
Right.
So then that would be just the card. They would just have the card. So if they bring in the card, you would have to have that option for registration card.
I think we need this option. I mean, these are just options of document types that we would upload. We're not saying, I hope everybody knows that there's
Yep.
something is required or not. We're just saying these are options we want to keep if we happen to upload those types of documents.
Yep.
Yeah, now I'm wondering if website printout and acknowledgement letter could be sort of somewhat duplicative.
Yeah, this says no on that.
Because if the website, yeah, when you go to the website to print it out, you can print out, I think, that helpful flow
Yep.
that Paul was mentioning there, that I guess you can do a card now, and the thing is, yeah, status letter is something different. So I don't know if maybe we shouldn't rename acknowledgement letter status letter. The status letter is for someone that I believe that did not,
Yes.
and there's no evidence that they did, and they did not register, but like if they can show like their passport or their papers, like that they entered the country, if they came in from another country, for as an example, and their, the stamp on their entry into the US is on a date that is after their 26th birthday, then they would get a status letter saying the status of this individual is that they would not have been required, they're compliant. They didn't register, but they wouldn't have been required to register because they came into the country when they were already past the age of registering. Or it could say, hey, passport or naturalization certificate says they were 19 when they came here. They should have registered, and then it gives you the status either way. So that's kind of a separate and necessary thing. So yeah, I apologize. Maybe I might have said, oh, we could rename.
No, that is correct. I mean, the acknowledgement letter is acknowledging that they registered for selective service, like they're actually registered. There's a letter for that. And then the status letter is different. That is the status letter for those that did not register for selective service and they're over the age of 26.
Right. So yeah, so I apologize. I was kind of going along with that, like, oh yeah, we could rename acknowledgement letter status letter, but I think I gave you a bum steer on that. But it should be an option somewhere. I don't know if it's that advisory opinion letter would be the status letter. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But on the actual document that they get from selective service, it does say status letter.
Yeah, that one I remember. And I think when you go to the website, the instructions too say request a status, letter. So that could be something. And again, like Laura was saying last week, as far as the policy folks will say whether we have to keep something.
Yeah, we're gonna take all this by
yeah.
policy, right?
Yeah. But
Let's just
status is a more current, like Paul said, that's the more current wording that the selective service agency uses. So maybe there's something in there, that lower list, that it could place in, or
all right. So this one, bank records, and it says bank statement and record, and so we have bank records and we have bank statements here, both. Was this trying to say, hey, we should rename this to bank statement and record and then not have this one? I think so.
that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That could be
And
good.
then here we have court award letter or decree of court. Obviously, we have court award letter here, and they're saying this should be court award letter, all documentation required. Somebody says. We're saying get rid of this one, rename this one to this. And then we don't need these. Good with that? And then,
And we're gonna make sure we run this because these are in policy.
yeah, we're gonna bring this
Okay.
back to the state
Oh,
policy.
Okay, okay.
This is not, yeah. And then this one says 406, we could use 406 on both of those instead of that. And 406 is veteran DD 214 report and transfer of discharge. Okay, so Get back up there to where I was. Somewhere in here. There we go. Okay. Then our next one here, question is this employer verification, employer information and verification. Okay. And then somebody said, obviously there's a dupe there. Not needed. Yes, yes. Yes, no. So this must be because it looks a little bit more like a dupe. Looks like another, use this one instead. Same dupe here, good job. I don't know. This one here. This one is probably saying no, we can use this one. I guess. I don't know if those are the same, but. Dupe. All right, let's go down here. Position statement. Other, okay. And then this one here, do we need these line number 306, 307, 308? So we're at 289, 306, 307, and 308. We need those. And we have this. This looks like it covers all of those. Is there any need to bring these out individually? Does anybody see that need? This one, somebody said, oh, that's 5, but these here. Wait. I don't know if 308 has anything to do with it. Did I read that wrong? 308. This is just diagnosis. I think they mean 30. Well, maybe 305, 6, and 7 if we're going to have this one here. Right?
Mhm.
This covers all of 305, 6, and 7, I believe. Okay.
Yep.
And then dupe there. So now we're back to this document with proof, verification proof. No. Dupe. Best records results at WIL grantee. All needed. This one's not, if anybody had anything there. Yes, yes. US passport unexpired. It's a dupe. Down here. Don't need this again, I guess, because that's too general. That's duplicated. General again, another general one. Yes, 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 no. Duplicate. No. History showing at least 30 days employment. Guess just use history. Yes, 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 yes. No. Verification, written verification, educational institution. Don't need that, I guess. All right. And we will walk through this or send this out actually to the state policy folks and see if we can do any cleanup based upon this. Thanks, everybody, for your help on this. Maybe a short session today. Do we have anything else? Anyone?
I don't
think
have
that was
anything
it
on
for
my
today.
end.
Okay. Wow.
No, for me.
Let you out early today. Okay. Wow.
Thanks, Saul.
Get some time back.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.